Hey, it's Erin from Cotton Candy Fabrics, and I wanted to talk to you today about preparing for the Travel Duffle bag class that Polly's going to be teaching on January 20th. Now, what we're going to talk about today actually is helpful for any by Annie bag in terms of getting yourself prepared to make the most use of your class time, or if you're sewing at home, to staying organized. So the first thing you're obviously going to need is your pattern. But if you're like me, when you make a bag once and enjoy it, you may want to do it over and over again. So you're going to get yourself some page protectors. You can get them at any office supply store. And I like to use these laminated file folders, or report folders, I guess. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your pattern apart and put it in the page protectors so that you have everything nice and organized, so that one, you keep yourself organized as you go through the class, but then you have everything right here all together in case you want to make the bag again. So that's the first thing you're going to do. Obviously, the next thing you're going to do is follow the supply list provided on the back of the pattern and pick out your fabric. And so we're making ours out of this amazing color block canvas from Tim Holtz for Free Spirit that we have been so excited to get. And you're going to want to make sure that you use the by Annie Soft and Stable for your batting or interfacing. And the reason for that is it's a formulation that Annie created that gives you the stability to have your bag stand up, but when you sew your seams, the area that you're sewing flattens down. So in those parts of the bag where you have to sew a binding on or sew multiple layers together, using this product is going to make it a lot easier. Once you have your pattern organized, your fabric and your stabilizer, you're going to want to quilt your fabric ahead of class. And this is super important because we're going to ask you to not only quilt it, but cut it ahead of class. Here's my fabric all quilted and ready to go, super excited. And then here's what it looks like on the inside. I'm in a purple frame of mind right now. The next thing you're going to want to make sure you do ahead of class is make sure you have your notions, your little hooks and D-rings and things like that, because sometimes doing the handles can be a little tricky, and you're going to want to make sure you have them so that Polly can help you in class. And of course, we have them in the store. If you can, cut your strapping to the right size. And then get your zippers. You can use two 30-inch zippers, or if you want to add a little bit of color, we have zippers by the yard that comes with, the black and white comes with rainbow pulls, so you can mix and match as you go through your bag. But regardless, you're going to want to have your zippers as well. Actually, the very first thing you'll do when you get started is make your zippers. As you go to cut out your fabric, you want to make sure to follow very carefully the cutting instructions in the book for both your quilted fabric and for your supplemental fabric for lining and straps and things like that. And Annie makes it so easy. She includes in every pattern, she includes little sheets that have tags that you can cut out for all your pieces. A lot of these pieces are only a ½ inch or an inch different, so cut them out. Trust us when we tell you. And so you're going to cut them out, and you're going to take your Wonder Clips and just take your pieces. In this case, I've cut out my end pockets E and F, so I have 2 of them. And I'm going to just put them on and use a Wonder Clip to hold it together. And that way, when I get to that piece and it's time to sew my end pockets, I already know I have the right piece, and there's no risk of grabbing the wrong piece and having an incorrect pocket. You're going to do the same thing with the fabric for your straps. And then also, in this case, there's just one little piece of interfacing that you're going to need. One little tip is to save these little containers that the hardware come in are so helpful. So what we do is we save them, can't open them again, but we save them, and as we finish a piece, we put the little tag in. That goes back with my pattern when I'm done, so next time I go to make the bag, I already have all my pieces cut out. So if you come to class with your pattern prepared in a book, your fabric quilted, and your pattern pieces cut out, you'll be ready to sew and get very far on your bag during class on January 20th with Polly.